So indeed, we had an interesting debate about digital skills. I think my perspective may be a little bit different because, of course, I'm a member of the European Parliament, but I'm also a former digital entrepreneur. And I think we should start from what was said in order to underline some important issues that hopefully we can bring back home or bring back in the actions that we are developing. So first of all, it is clear that it is indeed a real political issue. Digital skilling of European citizens has to become political, has to become a policy-making issue, and therefore we have to act in introducing concrete policies. Can we do it at European level? Yes, we should do it at European level, and even more actually. And there are some concrete actions being developed currently, like for instance, the Wi-Fi for all program that will enable people from remote areas to get access to the internet, because also it's about cost of access. Indeed, we should not simply develop such programs. Like for instance, together with some colleagues, we introduced an amendment to this program to also deliver digital training along with giving access, because if you give access to the internet and not train people in remote areas that do not know how to use the internet and do not know how to protect themselves, it's a little bit strange. So hopefully that amendment will pass by and it will bring a broader contribution to this program. Lucilla from the European Commission spoke very nicely in a very positive way. But what we said before you came here was that we really like DigiConnect. They are doing a great work. But unfortunately, they do not have the tools. They do not have the money to develop the great ideas that they have, that we are willing to support here in the European Parliament. Because we are speaking about 2 million jobs that were recently created in this sector, and we speak about 3 policies that she enumerated quite well: labor policies, redistribution policies, educational policies, policies in which the European Union unfortunately has not enough competencies. Therefore, we need to provide the Commission with the competence necessary, especially in the e-skills sector, to get involved more and also give them the tools, the means, basically the funds to be more concrete. And she mentioned something that I think wasn't developed enough, but should be mentioned more: learning on the job. We should invest more in people actually learning on the job how to use, how to employ the digital tools. This is also being done by a lot of companies. Sometimes it's through their own efforts, but we should support that even more. The example from Pavia, it's a good example, of local collaboration. This should be done more. We can act at European level, but if nothing happens on the ground, we are smart here, but in reality, nothing smart happens in our cities and our regions. We should actually do more in that, and we should act at school level. I also believe we should start from the start, and this is a good way. Like it's the case of the public libraries, with 65,000 public libraries. Yeah, they are great, and they should be used maybe as co-working spaces or spaces where people actually do things. It's a great network. We are speaking here at European level that we have difficulties in reaching people. We have 65,000 public libraries. Maybe this network can be useful. Maybe we can use it in a more proactive way instead of creating every time new networks. What I often see in European programs, sorry for that, is that we are developing new networks, whereas we have some of them already. Maybe we should employ them better. Laurentiu spoke about his campaign, Get Online Week. Yeah, you tweeted a lot with us, so great job in doing that. I think it's an important thing to raise awareness, and such campaigns bring an added value. And the colleague MEPs actually did some interesting things. Emotional intelligence, it's a very interesting perspective that you brought in, and I see that as well. Occupational literacy, indeed, there are different concepts that can be introduced. So starting from this resume, briefly, a short point of view. So you spoke about need. We are developing e-government. So people are going to need more digital training in order to use the tools that the government are going to develop. So to pay taxes, to discuss with the public administration, so they will need those tools. So let's not create a a problem in this sense, because if they cannot get a job and cannot talk to the administration, what will happen afterwards? And this actually is the key, you know. You spoke about Benoit and other topics like that. I think the issue is not, and I'm a digital entrepreneur that helped create 2,000 jobs back home in Romania. It's not about competition. And here I don't agree with some of my colleagues that spoke about competition with robots. It's not about competition with robots, but it's indeed about making this digital revolution a fair one. If we lose people, like Brando said, while creating this revolution, we may create a big political, again, we reach the first idea, a big political problem in our own countries, with people fighting over who is right and who is wrong. Again, we shouldn't lose people. If we lose people by modernizing, this will not be good. And what I have to say also as an entrepreneur is that we are not only changing jobs at lower level, we are also changing jobs with average skills, even in the digital world. People that are now coding may have to change their jobs because we have robots doing the coding for them. So not only low-skilled jobs are going to be changed, the entire sector. So we have to think about that and the cost. What is clear, to be very concrete, and I will finish on that, we need a specific financial program for digital skills. Maybe it can be done in the human capital program. It may be done there, but it should be done now in a very concrete way. Currently, we are not investing enough in digital training. We are investing in some professions. For instance, like if you want to train someone in working with Java, you cannot use the human capital fund because the human capital fund doesn't enable you to train people in learning, different tools, different instruments. It enables you to finance only in developing profession, which is not good. We need the digital skills revolution, and it can start from here. Thank you so much. And briefly, a special thanks, this is also the text, to all the speakers. Of course, it was an interesting debate. Special thanks goes to Anna again from Public Libraries 2020 and the EIF organizing, European Telefonation organizing committee, who helped us, of course, organize this great panel. They organized a lot of great panels in the last few days. Of course, you have all the summary and the presentation and the recording on the EIF website in the coming dates. And do not miss the following events. The next event in April 25th, Vicky Ford will chair a launch debate on connected cars. And the following morning, Carlos Dorijo will chair a breakfast debate on e-governance. So thank you so much, EIF, for doing a great job, and to all of you for attending this conference. Thank you so much.